I remember standing in front of a gleaming display case, the light catching the subtle facets of a handcrafted watch. It wasn't just a timepiece, it was a piece of art, an heirloom in waiting. A part of me that appreciates beauty and craftsmanship felt drawn to it, but another part, the one shaped by years of Sunday sermons and quiet reflection, immediately questioned, is this truly necessary? Is this a good steward's choice? Or is it simply wasteful? This moment of internal debate, I suspect, is not unique to me. Many of us, as followers of Christ, grapple with the question of luxury, of expensive items, and how they fit into a life called to simplicity, generosity, and focusing on eternal things. It's a tension that can feel quite personal, even isolating, as we navigate a world that often equates worth with possessions. So, let's explore this together under the title, God's Gifts, Luxe Living or Lavish Lapse for Christians. At the heart of this discussion lies the foundational Christian principle of contentment. The Apostle Paul, writing from prison, famously declared in Philippians 4:11-13, "I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I can do all this through Him who gives me strength." This isn't a passive resignation, but an active, spirit-empowered satisfaction that transcends our external circumstances, whether we have much or little. It speaks to a deep trust in God's provision, understanding that our joy and security aren't found in what we possess. The Bible also issues clear warnings against the dangers of materialism and the love of money. 1 Timothy 6:10 states, "For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil." It's crucial to note it's not money itself, but the love of it, the idolizing of it, that leads us astray. When our pursuit of luxury overshadows our devotion to God, our compassion for others, or our commitment to justice, then we've undoubtedly crossed a line into wasteful, perhaps even harmful spending. Our identity as Christians is rooted in Christ, not in the brands we wear or the cars we drive. We are called to be stewards of God's resources, not absolute owners, and this means we're accountable for how we use what has been entrusted to us. Yet, a complete rejection of all beautiful or expensive things also feels incomplete. Is it truly God's desire for us to live in austerity, denying ourselves any joy or comfort that might come from well-crafted items? The Scriptures offer a more nuanced view. Ecclesiastes 3:12-13 reminds us, "I know that there is nothing better for people than to be happy and to do good while they live, that everyone may eat and drink and find satisfaction in all their toil. This is the gift of God." And in 1 Timothy 6:17, Paul instructs us to put your hope in God, who richly provides us with everything for our enjoyment. These verses suggest that God, in His generosity, does want us to enjoy the good things He provides. The challenge then becomes distinguishing between enjoying God's blessings and allowing those blessings to become an unhealthy pursuit or an idol. This is where the discernment between needs and wants becomes paramount. While a modest home, reliable transport, and adequate clothing might be considered needs, a mansion, a luxury sports car, or designer attire often fall into the realm of wants. But even within wants, there's a spectrum. Is a durable, well-made item, though more expensive up front, ultimately a better steward's choice than a cheaper item that quickly wears out? Sometimes investing in quality means longevity, which can be a form of wise stewardship. So, when are expensive items appropriate for Christians? The answer lies less in a strict price tag and more in the posture of our hearts and the intention behind our purchases. Firstly, consider the purpose. Is this purchase for status, to impress others, or to fill an internal void? Or is it genuinely for function, durability, or perhaps to celebrate a significant milestone or honor God through excellence in craftsmanship? An heirloom piece might be an investment that serves future generations, a form of long-term stewardship. Secondly, consider the impact. Does this purchase compromise your ability to be generous and give to those in need? Luke 12:48 reminds us, "From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded." If an expensive item means you cannot support missions, help the poor, or contribute to your local church, then your priorities may need prayerful reevaluation. A truly blessed life includes the blessing of others. Thirdly, consider your heart. Matthew 6:21 teaches us, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Do these items begin to occupy too much of your thoughts, your time, or your emotional energy? Do they bring you true satisfaction or an insatiable longing for the next upgrade? A healthy heart posture sees all possessions as temporary, holding them loosely, recognizing they are ultimately God's and for His glory. There are moments when investing in something expensive might indeed be appropriate. Perhaps it's a tool for your craft that allows you to serve others with greater excellence. Perhaps it's a beautiful piece of art that genuinely brings you joy and reminds you of God's creativity without becoming an idol. Or perhaps it's a well-deserved, once-in-a-lifetime experience that fosters connection, wonder, and gratitude, especially if it doesn't come at the expense of ignoring other pressing responsibilities or needs. Ultimately, the question of luxury purchases isn't about rigid rules, but about a sincere heart. It's about seeking God's wisdom in every decision, recognizing Him as the ultimate giver, and using His gifts in ways that honor Him and bless others. It's a journey of discernment, not condemnation, guided by contentment, generosity, and a deep understanding of what truly enriches our lives and reflects His kingdom. What are your thoughts on this complex topic? I invite you to share your perspectives in the comments below. How do you navigate these decisions in your own life? Your insights enrich our collective understanding. And if this conversation resonated with you, consider subscribing or sharing it with someone who might find it helpful.